Gerard Williams Show. Coming to you live. With the best in talk radio.
Hey, my friends. This is T. Gerard Williams of the T. Gerard Williams Show. And today, my friends, we are bringing on a special guest, a gentleman by the name of Gerard Thompson, calling in from New York City. And Gerard is going to share with us some information about a company that he's a co-founder of, co-owner of, called Royal Sutton Soap. Gerard, are you on the line?
Yes, I am, good brother, and I definitely thank you for having me on your show and giving me this opportunity to expound mine and my mother's company to your grateful fans.
Hey, well, listen, we appreciate you being here. We're certainly looking forward to some good information, and we're just going to have a little conversation about organic soap. So, Jeff, I'm going to step back for half a second and say, take it away, my friend. Take it away.
Okay, thank you for the platform. Now, there is definitely a big wave in America that's going on. Everybody's into organic food, which is definitely good. That's one piece of the puzzle that's been knocked down. Everybody's taking organic herbs, more alternative medicine, which is definitely good for your bodily systems. But one key portion that's missing is organic soap. Now, as some people might or may not know, the epidermis, which is the skin in scientific term, is the largest organ in the body. And that actually consumes majority of the toxins in the air, from the chemtrails, from the gas, from our vehicles, from trucks, from anything miscellaneous, which is definitely not conducive to your health. All that definitely gets consumed into your skin cells, which causes obstruction in your cells. So from that being said, that causes dry skin, sensitive skin, and even in some cases, oily and acne skin. So, well, my mother, when she started to make organic soap a few years ago and started selling it at a local flea market in Fort Lauderdale, the reception was so good that her customers were urging her to make this more nationwide. So, of course, as her son, she came to me with this idea, and then I told her the magnificent benefits of organic soap, because that'll be the perfect triangle as far as your herbs, which is your medicine, your food, which is also your medicine, and your skin, which is your entire temple. So she definitely took my advice, and as of last month, we officially open up our online store, which is royalsuttonsoap.com. That's ROYALSUTTON soap.com. And our main purpose was to stop people from buying these chemical-based soaps, which is filled with lye, which is filled with artificial fragrance, and which is filled with chemical preservatives, which definitely does not cooperate with your skin cells, and which contributes to why a lot of people have these skin conditions and skin ailments. So what we wanted to do, we just wanted to offer an alternative solution which is going to reverse all of the skin conditions that people all of a sudden popped up with. And this is our main mission for Royal Sutton Soap, because we don't want people to be sick. as far as internally or externally, because we know this can cause an issue not only health-wise, but also socially. So that was our main mission, and I definitely stick by it because organic is the best way to go. And it doesn't just stop at food. It doesn't just stop at alternative medicine, but it also has to continue in other fields. And I definitely wanted to incorporate organic soap because the skin is definitely important. The skin makes or breaks you as far as social activity. So that was definitely my mother and myself, our main purpose for actually incorporating this online store.
Well, Jeffrey, that sounds pretty good. Listen, my friends, Jeffrey is telling us that at their website, www.royalsuttonsoap.com, ROYALSUTTONSOAP.com, that you can go there and you can purchase organic bar soap, organic foam soap, and a host of other things that they're doing there. And you can shop online and get this gift from nature. So make sure that you go ahead and write that down and go to the website and double check on it. Because I'm looking at some of the things I'm online now. Because when Jeffrey told me that it was online, man, I beat feet to the website because I see some soap on here that I'm really interested in. There's a blood orange bergamot bar soap and a forest tonic bar soap. Jeffrey, you have a quite a wide variety of products on this site here.
Yes, we definitely have different varieties because people like different scents. And I definitely appreciate that the different smells incorporate to a person's individual way that they feel towards the actual day, or they just adapt to the likeness of that smell. But then we also have soaps that's specified to help with their actual skin condition. Like for instance, people with sensitive skin, right? We have a soap called unsensitive, which is kind of cliche, but it's actually unscented sensitive skin bar soap. Now, that's specifically designed for people with dry skin. And two of the main ingredients are coconut oil and jojoba oil. Now, what the coconut oil does, it actually rejuvenates the skin. Okay? And when it seeps into your skin, it actually regenerates the cellular activity in your body. So we just have that as an example for people who have severely sensitive skin. Because with issues of sensitive skin, we're talking about irritation, being bruised easily, and pretty much being scarred easily. Okay? Now, the sensitivity is typically related to genetics, or if a person is currently taking blood thinning medications such as aspirin, right? So, just to sum this all up, our natural soap is the only cleanser someone with sensitive skin should even engage with, right? Now, our natural soaps help relieve symptoms and promote healthy skin cell turnover. So this will not only work wonders for your external skin, but it'll help your inner organs fight the toxins that's producing acidity in your body to reverse it and go back into the optimal state that it's originally supposed to be in. So now let me just expound more on the actual benefits of this specific unscented soap that we have. Okay? It restores skin. Yes, I'm sorry. It restores skin appearance naturally through the use of organic oils and plant extracts. Now, the results are soft, strong skin, which also decreases harshness of bruises and incidence of itchy skin. So that is pretty much the main benefit, because that's what people want. That's what they want to achieve with sensitive skin. They don't want the irritation, they don't want the easily being bruised, and they don't want the scarring. So now that's definitely just one example right there. Another example that I will use, now we have two specific soaps for people with dry skin now. Okay, so now the two soaps that we have are called oatmeal spice soap. Then we also have shea honey oatmeal soap. Now, this is just my interpretation. Dryness has a place in the desert, not your skin. That's just the way I see it. All right.
Yeah, I feel like that too, man.
Yeah. Like the skin is not supposed to be dry. Never at all. All right, so now people with dry skin, they constantly have to moisturize naturally, or at least they think that they're moisturizing naturally. Okay, so now these are the type of environments they have to be wary of. They have to be wary of low humidity, high heat environments, and if they even take in medications such as, now I'm about to get a little bit scientific here, so forgive me people, Accutane, retinoids, and high doses of vitamin N. So now, these small examples that I just gave to you cause excessive dry skin. Alright, so now, let me just further indulge a little bit more. Overly dry skin often suffers from scars, breakouts, and rough texture, pretty much. Our soaps, they're definitely infused with coconut and oatmeal. So now let me just give you the benefits of the coconut. Now let me just reiterate the benefits of the coconut. Now, as I stated before, it is rich in proteins to keep the skin healthy and rejuvenated. And once again, it contributes to cellular health and tissue repair. Then the oatmeal now, it just gently removes dead skin cells while hydrating. So both of these soaps are effective at gently removing dead skin cells, so you can actually rejuvenate the smooth skin cells, which is the epidermis cells, back to its original natural state. So now those are just some examples of the actual soap that we produce that's targeted for specific skin conditions. Now I could go a little bit more in depth, because now I've actually had personal reviews of people who've had skin rashes cleared up, and people with eczema cleared up, and me myself, I actually had dermatitis. I started taking the soaps because, of course, I want to support my brother. I definitely started taking the soaps. Then all of a sudden, because I once had dermatitis all over my upper back, and the dermatologists, they didn't know what to do. And this is before I definitely got acclimated with the whole organic lifestyle. So I used to take dermatology cream and everything that they gave me, but nothing seemed to have worked. So I told my mother the situation. She definitely sent me one of the soaps. I started taking it. Then roughly a week later, I started to notice that the dermatitis was starting to clear away. And then that's when I said, oh my goodness, this is it. This is what our body needs. It needs natural organic substances from the earth to help clean our acidic state. So that's what really urged me to actually persuade my mother to let's take this nationwide. Let's try to influence people. Don't get consumed or don't get fooled by these name brand soaps like Bed and Bath Works. I believe that's the name. I was never really into that type of. I was more into Dial and Dove and Irish Spring. And even those soaps, full of pesticides, herbicides, lye, chemical preservatives. And I never knew out of all these years that I was slowly but surely making myself sicker by infusing my body with all of these chemicals and not even being intellectual enough to detox it out of my system, all because I fell for the whole artificial fragrance. And that's what gets a lot of people, is the artificial fragrance. They know how to manipulate the smell to our noses that activates a portion in our brain that tells us to buy this material because I want to smell good. See, so they know how to manipulate consumers with the smell of the outside body, but the consumers, majority, don't know the internal damage that will happen or which will contribute to what I call pop-up diseases later on in their life. And definitely the soaps will contribute to it, along with other factors that people have to be mindful of.
Well, I agree with you 100%. Jeffrey, let me ask you one question. This is on a personal note. I'm looking at the soap, and I got a little eczema on my right lower calf. Which one of the soaps would you recommend?
Okay, so now for the eczema, what I would recommend, and this is not for me personally, this is what our prior customer used, and she was the one that was boasting and raving about it. We have a soap called the Time Garden. Now, if you look at the website, it's a green bar soap. It's called Time Garden Bar Soap. That's exactly what she used to clear her eczema. And to be honest with you, it cleared up in 4 days. The eczema was in the back of her neck. It cleared up in 4 days. Her skin is becoming so clear. She really believes that she's obtaining Caucasian skin now. She's becoming so clean. She ran to my mother and she said, "Oh my God, the soap is turning me white." Then my mother says, "No, it's not. It's just that it's very good at what it does, but you're not turning white." So I just said that just to say, personally, this is what we've been hearing so far. Everything that I'm saying is not necessarily from my mouth. It's from our customers who's buying it at both. So for the eczema, it's definitely the Time Garden Bar Soap. And that
was just great. I'm sorry, great.
Well, I was just gonna expound. It doesn't just stop at just skin also, because I did a little experiment myself, and I took the foam soap, and I used the foam soap as a dishwashing liquid to wash my dishes. I used it as a laundry detergent to wash my clothes when I really didn't have any laundry detergent. I used a foam soap. I mean, it smelled good. It smelled better than a Downy or a Tide. And it definitely cleaned off all of the dirt on my clothes. So I just said that as a sidebar. I don't know if people would necessarily buy it for that, but if people want to experiment, and I know for a fact that the foam soap definitely does more than just clean your body. Actually, clean other materials in your household, but people would just need to experiment with it.
Okay. Well, it seems like you have a multi-purpose product. Seems like it is effective, and you have customer testimonials that indicate that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And you too yourself are not only a co-owner but also a client. That's a good thing. But hey, Jeffrey, I appreciate you coming on the show today. And to my listeners, this is Jeffrey Thompson from New York City, and he's the co-owner of Royal Sutton Soap. You can look at the products. You can purchase the products at www.royalsuttonsoap.com. That's www.royalsuttonsoap.com. All right, Jeff. I really appreciate you being on the show today, and I look forward to buying that Time Garden bar soap and getting a little something done for myself as well, taking care of my own skin, because I like the skin I'm in.
Yes, it's definitely imperative, believe me. You won't be disappointed, and the prices are good too. We're not trying to get into this for money. We're actually looking out for people's expenses.
Well, that sounds pretty good, brother. Hey, well, listen, boys and girls, that's our show for today. We thank our guest, Jeffrey Thompson, for being on and sharing what he's doing in the organic soap world. And this is T. Gerard Williams of the T. Gerard Williams Show, your host and your executive producer. And as always, I'll see you for when I see you. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye, family.
The T. Gerard Williams Show. Coming to you live. With the best in talk radio. Get ready, get ready. The heartbeat of talk radio is the T. Gerard Williams Show. If you're talking about it.